you'd asked Tupac that question, then was he planning on leaving Death Row, he definitely would have cussed you out.
A lot of people in the hip hop community have said that this incident will change hip hop. This is a really landmark event, tragic event at that, and that the
Bend over.
Oh, what you know about that?
I used to hit that.
It was a huge turnout in Brooklyn tonight. You can see that line there stretching down the block. It's all for auditions for a comedian.
Today we are answering an age-old question. Who wins the best college football team or the worst NFL team? And for this, we have Ohio State taking on the New York Jets. I have to call them the New Jersey Jets because the New York Jets is already taken. Do I have to switch it up a little bit? Now, I should know what Ohio State's roster looks like, but we have the New Jersey Jets roster right here. Pretty much upgraded everyone on this team by 5, except people like Mason Taylor, who was in college football last year. Kind of have more of a grip on what their overall would be in this game. So, yeah, some of the younger people, they're overall higher, such as Mitchell here. He's an 83. I don't think he's the third best receiver on the team. On Madden, he might be, though. Some of the younger people got a little bit more of a boost.
Check. Check.
where you see yourself.
BARK Radio.
What's good, everybody? It's Robo from All Buck.
A week ago.
I'm cool. I'm nice though.
So you gotta get warmed up. You gotta hoop every day, all his life. Chad, when the last time y'all hooped?
I'm on y'all, bro. My
This boy.
What's up, chat? How y'all doing, chat?
We got time.
Thank you, thank you, Catherine. Is that your name, Catherine? Catherine Burt? We got Chloe. I don't know. Thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate it. D-Lo Brown, real pretty mouth. Like up, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button for me. Come on. Hit that like button. If I'm y'all favorite, hit that like button in. What's up? Hit that like button if I'm y'all favorite. Hit that like button if I'm y'all favorite. If I'm your favorite, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? If I'm your favorite, hit that like button in. Yeah, if I'm your favorite, hit the like button. Come on. Let's go. Hit the like button in. Stop saying I'm your favorite if y'all ain't gonna hit the like button. Let's go, baby. How everybody doing today, though? How everybody doing? Yo, what's up? How everybody doing today? What's everybody up to today? Hello, I just want to say, never alone. Thanks for pressing the like. What's up? How everybody doing today? What's up? For pressing the like. What's up? How everybody doing today? What's up? No, she cute. She all right. She all right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I like football. Yes, I like football. I love football. I'm a football man, baby. Ohio State. OHIO, baby, Ohio.
I mean, the biggest news as of late has been Tupac. The mystery has been solved. A lot of people are looking at Vlad, saying he helped solve the case with Keefe D. He interviewed him like 3 or 4 times. And then, Keefe D mentioned Diddy.
Who said Vlad ain't saw it no more? Man, that's bullshit. Man, them people been knowing this. This ain't been no fucking mystery. It's been a mystery to who? Everybody in California, LA knew who Tupac. They had a whole war behind it. Everybody knew. It's been a mystery to who?
He said he ain't saw shit. We win a national championship again, baby. Ohio State. You know it.
You said what? Because I can't add that to the charge. Okay?
The college football playoff starts tomorrow. Alabama.
Nobody orders the chance to do anything. I chin people for a living. All right?
You are going to get packed in by a 110-kilo heavyweight.
It's not a threat, Andrew. It's a promise.
The college football playoff starts tomorrow. Alabama will take on Oklahoma, Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech all earn first-round byes, with the Hoosiers and Buckeyes
that's
both
the
holding the best
31st.
chance to reach the title game at over 40%, according to our analytics. Which team do you
that's
think
long.
will face off in the national championship game? Tomorrow, round 1 starts, as I pointed out. So here we go. Not a chance to see anyone yet in the CFP. Who you got in the CFP championship game? You want to go first?
I'm going with the top 2 teams in the nation. I think it's going to be Indiana versus Ohio State. I truly believe that Ohio State is the best team in the nation. Even though Indiana beat them in the Big Ten championship game, the offensive line they played well that day. They didn't protect their quarterback, obviously, and it cost them. I think in a rematch, Ohio State gets the better of Indiana. That's number 1. I think that I look at Georgia. I think Georgia's incredibly formidable. They're number 3. They are a team to beat. Here's my problem, RC. I think that Georgia, because they're 3, would have to face Ohio State. Okay, and I think Ohio. If Ohio State, if Indiana was to face Georgia, I think Georgia would beat Indiana, but I don't think they'll beat Ohio State. So because of that, I think Ohio State gets through Georgia if it gets to that point, and I think they meet Indiana for the national championship. And I think in a rematch, Ohio State gets the better of Indiana. It'll be a nail biter. It won't be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. But I would go Ohio State over Indiana.
So I didn't want to go because Shay's right next to
Hey,
me.
what's
I was
up?
affected that she was sitting over there.
You scared?
Yeah, I'm a little scared. She's just real IU, you know. I'm going to Ohio State, Oregon, and I know what everybody's going to say, right? They're going to say that they're going to say Indiana and Fernando Mendoza went there and stumped them, and they did. I love Dan Lanning. I think Moore has an opportunity. You talk about quarterbacks and opportunities to play themselves up in the draft. I think he's already a first-round draft pick, but he has an opportunity to show even more and move himself into the top 5. Indiana is so well coached, and they're
I agree with Dante Moore. I think he can play himself top 10 pick if he comes out. I think he's the best pure passer of the football. I unfortunately agree with Stephen A. I think Indiana, Ohio State. I do think it's interesting. Ohio State fans got super mad at me because I was like, yeah, Ohio State ain't tested. They're the least tested number 1 team in the history of college football type stuff. Listen, in that Big Ten championship game, they go into halftime up and they don't score again.
Yeah.
Now, 4th down stop, missed field goal. I understand that, but it'll be interesting to see how that team responds and rebounds after that second half egg. But I am impressed with Julian Sam. I think they have the best player in college football in Jeremiah Smith. The defense is a top 2 defense in college football, and that game comes down to a kick. So no question that those teams are very much so on the even playing field. How does Indiana handle success? I think it's a huge question mark. Do I think they have the right leader in Kurt Cignetti to do it? Yes. But these are 18 to 22-year-old young men. They've never experienced this before. They've never experienced this level of success, this level of expectation, this level of we've accomplished something. How did those young men handle it? But I do think if they're capable of doing that, those are the 2 best teams. The Oregon game, the only thing I get concerned about with Oregon, surprisingly, because I love Dan Lanning as well, I'm a massive fan, is they just didn't look like they belonged at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I agree. It was one of those games that was actually shocking.
Yeah,
how much more physical Indiana.
The score wasn't as close as it.
I agree with all that. I just as we've gone down the stretch and the way that they rebounded from that, the way that they played, and the explosiveness that they could produce offensively, that was something that I just, as the season went on, I got more confidence in them, and also too, being in the stadiums for all of Notre Dame's games has made me think that there's going to be a team from week 1 that plays, because Ohio State and Notre Dame played in week 1 last year, that one of those teams gets hot, partly because of winning that first game and finds its way to the championship.
You know what's interesting with the SEC, to your question, Shay, is like each SEC team has a relatively glaring flaw.
Yeah.
Alabama's offense is
Not the case with the Big Ten.
inconsistent. Right. Oklahoma's defense is ridiculous. A&M's defense can't tackle right now, but Oklahoma's offense is struggling. A&M's got really good offense, but their defense can't tackle right now. Georgia has had just some hang on for dear life comebacks. Like there's some flaws in the SEC that's not in the Big Ten.
And in fairness, in the interest of full disclosure, I interviewed Ryan Day last week on my show, and it was like, he was like, offensive line, he didn't point out anybody or whatever. He said, but we didn't have our best game. We've been talking about that.
You don't like my hat and jacket, man?
That is not a mistake.
In his experience,
that is not a mistake you can expect to see again. And I think when you look at Ohio State and how talented they are, their program, they're the reigning defending national champions. You walk into that Big Ten, and you know what? You missed the field goal. And so you could have easily tied the game. Could have easily won
a young running back
to win the game. And they got completely thrown off guard because I think they expected to be the more physical team against Indiana. And that is not what happened, particularly that offensive line. They didn't protect Sayan, and I think that they made.
I will say this: Ryan Day was out, and that staff was out coached.
There you go.
Against Indiana. The level of anticipation.
He felt they were too.
The level of anticipation you saw defensively from Indiana, with an understanding of splits, of formations, of tips, of tendencies.
Germany. I know that flag anywhere. That's that Germany flag. What's up, Germany? All the way from Germany. I know that flag anywhere.
Sorry. We talked about Kalen DeBoer in Michigan and all of that other stuff. Do we bring up Cincinnati? What's the job? I can't imagine he would even.
He ain't going anywhere. Don't even bring it up.
He got no money.
I'm just asking.
All right, listen.
Is everybody gonna want him?
I think it's Indiana and Georgia in the CFP championship game. I'm gonna go CFP and Georgia. I will bring up the SEC team. I have a question though. We're going to be in Miami for the championship game. It's Monday. First Take will be on the road.
This bitch
Indiana's
is
in the
short.
championship game.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be back here in New York for work
Nah.
on Tuesday.
No.
We'll do the show from Miami on Tuesday.
No. We do the show from
From Miami.
Here's what I was saying. Here's what I was
the
saying.
backyard.
Here's what I was saying.
Okay, oh God.
I don't know where the show's gonna be, but considering it's your alma mater and it's the national championship game, if you decided to go celebrate with the Hoosiers the next day, that's totally understandable.
And when UConn win the men and women's national titles in basketball this year,
It's not gonna happen both. One of you may win, but not both.
it's happened both before.
No, it's not gonna
What's
happen.
good? What's good?
Why aren't you?
They're just rolling the break. Okay, we got an NFC West battle tonight as the Seahawks host the Rams with massive playoff implications. Who do we have winning this one? It'll tell you.
The two group of 5 teams, the odds makers and the analytics don't like them at all. We all know the situation here. Oregon an 88% chance to win. Ole Miss an 84% chance to win. Of all the 40 bowl games, these 2 games are projected
What
by
happened? Hold
analytics
up.
on paper to be the 2
Hold
most
up.
lopsided games.
Hold up.
So I asked earlier about Alabama and Miami. Are they playing to justify their places? I'm going to ask a very different but actually the same question about Tulane and James Madison. Are they playing for the future of the inclusion of the group of 5?
You're telling me JMU wins 12 out of 100 games versus Oregon. That's pretty wild, and I find that hard to believe. So, no, and that's mainly for antitrust purposes. So you're going to have G5 inclusion here unless we get to this alternate universe that some of us have advocated for, where there is a separate G5 playoff. But that's just talk right now. That's pure fantasy. There's really very little reality to that. I'm going to say the same
Let's play a
thing.
game. Are you in? All right, what's the game?
The first to call out how ridiculous
Ask
this is.
question. What are you
Nothing
asking
about
Santa for?
JMU or
I ain't
TCU
asking Santa for
this
shit.
Saturday should change anyone's mind.
What's
You
the
either already
game?
think they should have been in, or you already think they should have been out. SMU's not a G5 team, but SMU.
I ain't asking Santa for nothing.
I thought they should have been in. They got smoked.
Sudan, yeah, I know Sudan. What's up? All the way from Sudan. What's up, Sudan?
With Miami, Notre Dame, Alabama. Your judge
What's up,
basically arrested
Sudan?
everybody at work.
All the way from Sudan. What's up?
I want to bring Hawk in on this conversation, and I'll take you a little.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it, Just. I'm going to call you Just. I'm going to call you Just. What's up? Appreciate it. Hey. When I rock the mic right. Just might start a fight when you. I was freestyling. Yeah, I know Sudan. I know Sudan a nice place.
It's like what it is on your website.
Yeah, I know Sudan a nice place, man. I heard about Sudan.
Back again, guys. Come over here.
All right, here. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Did y'all already pay? Did y'all already pay? Oh. I just paid. She said,
What's up? What's up, Andre Brown?
Oh. Yeah. Merry Christmas to you guys.
Sorry to hear that, Penny. I pray for you and your family. Sorry to hear that. That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Your fight? You should watch your fight, UD.
Let me see who this dude picked for it.
Big insurance companies are playing a dangerous game in Washington.
Penny is lying for attention.
After cashing in trillions in
Man, is Penny lying about that, man?
Profits, big insurance companies are now demanding they get paid billions more.
If you lying like that,
Increase your premiums.
this is Penny lying for attention.
Doubling down on demands for more taxpayer money. You pay their profits. It's a bad deal for America.
I know Penny ain't putting that out in the air.
Use code C Daddy when you're making your account. C Daddy.
Like, no matter what you do, if you put it on the internet.
I don't regret nothing.
Like, no matter what, someone's gonna hit it. But it's fine. Like, I get to have fun. Like, I'm here, and I get to do this, so I don't care. They're on the internet. It doesn't matter.
Come on, man. I want to hear all that shit.
But my nigga, y'all are getting first rounded. You're getting first rounded by Oregon. Oh, I got Oregon winning that bitch. 45 to I give y'all niggas 45 to 17. 45-17 Oregon. 45-17 Oregon. For sure winning that game. Why do my hat look like this? Hold on. Next up, we can go by the weakest games. We're going by the weakest games right now in order. Next up, we got Tulane and Ole Miss. Now, if anybody was to have a Cinderella run just by the first round, like Tulane not getting past second round, it's Ole Miss and fuck around and lose just because they have a lot of off the field issues. But me personally, I don't think that will affect them. So I'll have Ole Miss winning this game. But if there was to be a Cinderella team in this bitch to win the first round, is basically what I'm saying. Tulane has a better chance of beating Ole Miss than JMU has a chance of beating Oregon. And I'm only saying that because Ole Miss got a lot of off-field issues. I don't know if they probably got a lot of niggas going in the portal. Probably, I don't know. I don't know what they got. I don't know what Ole Miss got going on. Probably not. But either way, I got Ole Miss winning that football game there. Next up, Miami versus Texas A&M.
What time is it?
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a good one. Respectfully, man, I got Miami winning that game, bro. I got Miami winning that game. Texas A&M has been playing the worst football I haven't seen in a minute. They was a 30-point comeback away from losing 2 games in a row to finish out the regular season. I'm not really liking what I've seen out of them, to be honest. And I think Miami could make a run right now, bro. Miami just know Miami could make a run, bro. I got Miami pulling out first round against Texas and in Texas. Yeah. Next up, we got Sweet Home Alabama. How the fuck when I lean up the shit gets like that? What the hell? We got Alabama first, Oklahoma. Hold on, Now this game, bro, this game. If I had to put my life on this shit, like,
Who y'all got winning national
my
championship?
bracket's not perfect, I die.
Who y'all got
I'm
winning the
gonna have to
national
go
championship?
Alabama just because Oklahoma beat these niggas twice. Really, last year and this year. But it's hard to beat a team twice in 2 years, bro. But if Oklahoma somehow beat Alabama, bro, nigga, I'm buying a jersey and I'm wearing it for when y'all play Indiana because I want y'all to beat Indiana because Indiana fans be talking shit like they just a football school, like they just been here. They be talking a lot of shit. Let me look at some Oklahoma jerseys real quick. He'll be a number 12 jersey. So who the fuck is Stoops? Is Stoops still on the squad? Oh, now this is not who I want to win. This is who I think is going to win if I had a gun up to my head and be like, you have to make a perfect bracket or you're going to die. This is just what I'll have right now, bro. I want Oklahoma to win so bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Alabama do not deserve to be here. This is literally worst case scenario. These two niggas, because I would want both of these niggas to lose.
I'll be back.
Indiana, I guess I'd rather Indiana to win this game.